Hello, family. Welcome to your Black Empowerment channel, Africa Lately. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our uploads. Thank you. So, South Africa has been the African country most hit by the coronavirus. At the time of going to press on May 1st, it had recorded over 5,600 cases. And so, to help South Africa in these difficult times, Cuba decided to send it over 200 medical professionals. But the United States says why? It has been criticizing South Africa for accepting the Cuban doctors. As it were, efforts by the Obama administration to end the decades of needless American antagonism towards Cuba appear to have given way, and other countries, including those Cuba has been most kind to over the years, are supposed to join America in condemning it. But Cuba is not just any other country offering support to South Africa or the continent of Africa as a whole. Whilst Africa has good reason to be skeptical about support from, say, Europe, America, or China, it has no reason to doubt Cuba's intentions, and no amount of well-crafted propaganda can change that. Cuba may well have the best track record of helping Africa without the usual resource-grabbing strings others attached to their support. Cuba makes money by sending doctors abroad, and so what? In the case of South Africa in particular, Cuba has written its name in gold. It stood side by side South Africa in its most difficult times when it fought its European colonizers. In 1976 and 1988, Cubans defeated a proxy force of the apartheid army, which was supported by guess who? The United States, of course. Whilst imprisoned at Robben Island at the time, Nelson Mandela wrote, quote, "It was the first time that a country had come from another continent, not to take anything away, but to help Africans to achieve their freedom." Unquote. Records show that by the end of the Cold War, around 400,000 Cuban soldiers and officers had fought hand in hand with African soldiers in various liberation struggles. In Angola alone, more than 10,000 Cuban troops were reported to have died. And then what is actually new about Cuba sending doctors to Africa? Cuban doctors have for long been operating in the remotest of places in Africa, places where some of Africa's own city-oriented doctors actually reject postings to. Africa can certainly not view Cuba in the same light as, say, China when it chooses to offer any form of support. Whilst there is strong evidence to suggest China, for example, is only baiting Africa for its resources, and then even demonstrating gross disrespect and cold-heartedness towards African citizens, Cuba's track record of genuine support to Africa is there for any sincere observer to see. Thanks for your time, Africa, and don't forget to leave your comments below. See you again soon.